This week on the Jock and Nerd Podcast, we review Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, plus reactions to the Spider-Noir trailer, our thoughts on the new AI video generator that's got Hollywood calling their lawyers, and more, all in this edition of the Jock and Nerd Weekly for Monday, February 16th, 2026.
This is Jason Mewes, and for reasons best left between you and your therapist, you're listening to the Jock and Nerd Podcast. Snooch to the nooch. Check. Check one. All right. This is for all you fans out there. Let's give it up.
We shock it, we heard it. We funny, disturb it. We shock it, we heard it. We spoiler alert. Oh yeah!
Oh yeah, what's up? Hello, listener. Thank you for pressing play and welcome to the Jock and Nerd Podcast, where we give you comic book and superhero, TV, and movie news, reviews, and whatever we choose. Jock and Nerd. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's a nerd.
And joining us is a fella. Is he a time traveler or just a homeless puppet? Nobody knows. He may have been created by a prompt. It's Rug Boy. What's up, Rugs?
I'm not homeless anymore.
Okay, so you are a time traveler then. It's not.
No, I'm just no longer homeless.
Okay. But were you created by an AI prompt?
I was created by sperm.
Questionable.
Yeah.
AI sperm?
It could be artificially intelligent.
Artificially
or unintelligent sperm, I think.
inseminated Rug
I
Boy.
don't think anything with intelligence has to do with how I was created.
No, they left that
There's
out.
zero intelligence.
Yes, they were out of that when we made the prompt. But more about fun AI stuff later. We got a crazy movie to review, fellas. A trailer to react to. Let's get started.
The Jock and Nerd Podcast.
Well, I did get a Spider-Man trailer.
Geek Boner.
Not the one I was hoping for, but you know what? I will take it because Amazon Prime released their first teaser trailer for the Spider-Noir live-action series starring Nicolas Cage, which in itself is crazy because now Nicolas Cage is officially a live-action Spider-Man is a weird sentence to say out loud. This trailer was released in both black and white and what they're calling true hue full color. It'll drop on Amazon Prime, all 8 episodes on May 27th. And you can watch it in black and white or color. Very interesting. Anthony, let's start with you. What did you make of this live action adaptation of a variant of a character from the animated Beyond the Spider-Man universe, which is a character based on a comic book character?
What'd you say? No.
And now we're here with crazy old Nick Cage.
Yeah, I mean, you would have never thought this movie it would ever be made. What, 5, 10 years ago?
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I like it. I Nick Cage doing Spider-Noir is so off the wall. But we already got a taste of what that's like in the Spider-Verse anyways.
Yeah.
Was it Intro to Spider-Man? What's it called?
Yeah, the Across the Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse. Yeah, and the other one.
Yeah.
He's in both, right?
Into
the
and
Spider-Verse.
Across.
I'm forgetting the names of those titles.
Yeah.
So we already know that he's part of the canon of that universe. And they're making a live action version, which is very ridiculous in a good way. You know, yeah, I'm down for it. I like it. I didn't, analyze the trailer to go through it tooth and comb, but I think I was on board with this right when they said Nick Cage was doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm still on board with it. So I'm sure it'll be fun. I don't think it's meant to be taken that seriously. If there is a serious undertone to it or, some sort of heart to it, that'll just be a bonus. But I mean, Nick Cage at this point, I don't know where he's at as far as his career, like how he's viewed in Hollywood. I think everyone just thinks he's now just wild.
Yeah.
He's always been wild.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anything Nick Cage at this point, sign me up.
I mean, he's always unpredictable, so he's always in this unpredictable phase. Like, you don't know what he's going to do. You see some of the wackiness, Ruggs, what'd you think of the noirish, the shots, the composition? Does this even need to exist?
I don't know. That's a good question. When I used to collect comics back in the day,
Yeah.
Comics it's a tricky medium because it does things that other mediums don't really do as much. And in comic books, you have like a mainline Spider-Man, and that usually is comprised of a few different books. And then you got these weirdo things that happen that kind of splinter off into their own elseworlds or whatever you want to call them. Spider-Man Noir was a thing.
Yeah.
And never in my fucking wildest dreams would I think it was going to be a TV show with Nicolas Cage, like a movie star in the fucking TV show.
It's the craziest thing.
And not only Nicolas Cage, like a 70-year-old Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, not a
being
young
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So this is just, it's really ticking things outside the box for sure. Am I excited about it? No, but I'm curious to see what it is.
Yeah.
So I guess that's something.
I mean, I will take
Geek Boner.
any Spider-Man
Yeah,
content.
you'll take any Spider-Man.
Holy crap. Well, but the beauty of this is, and like you said, Anthony, it is smart. They've already kind of established this Nick Cage character, so they have something to work on. It is another case of them where they could do really whatever they want with this character and these versions of the villains and these Spider-Man adjacent characters. So, for instance, in this, he is not Peter Parker. His name is Ben Reilly, you'll notice, private investigator, which was the name of the first clone, I think, from the Clone Saga.
Right.
His performance is being described as like 70% Humphrey Bogart, 30% Bugs Bunny. And I think you see that. But the lighting and the shots, like that one shot of him walking down the alley, and it looks like a fucking comic book panel, is great. You see versions of Sandman. Jack Houston is playing Sandman. Silvermane, I think, is going to be the big mob boss that he's going up against. There's a kind of a Molten Man in there. There's an Electro in there. There's a Cat Hardy, not a Felicia Hardy. You see Robbie Robertson, played by Winston from New Girl. Lamorne Morris. Brendan Gleeson is in this. But then, and I was digging the crazy shots, but then the web swinging. I was like, oh shit, the fucking web swinging. I heard there was some.
Are you impressed by anything now that there's this AI that just does it now?
I mean, is this AI? Is this real CGI AI? It's kind of similar. But I read something that it's produced by Lord and Miller and Amy Pascal and Sony and MGM Studios. I thought I read something where they were fighting over the budget because they wanted more money for possibly the CG of the web swinging. But that end shot of him web swinging and like he's in World War I and there's little spider things and he's drunk all the time and unhinged. So we are getting an old, grizzled, drunk Ben Reilly Spider-Man. I think they're just going to call him the Spider. They're not even going to call him Spider-Man. But Nick Cage going from Ghost Rider to almost being Superman, then sort of being Superman in The Flash, even though he didn't know he was in the end of The Flash. And now he is Spider-Man.
I think you got your timeline screwed. I think he was almost Superman first, and then went
before Ghost Rider, and then was Ghost
yeah.
Rider, and then was Superman for like 2 seconds.
Well, yeah,
not really, but it's just a weird journey for him. Ruggs, did you see that? What confused me is the part where they go, with no power comes no responsibility.
Wait, doesn't he have power?
It looks like he has power. I'm confused as to what they exactly mean. Maybe he doesn't have any agency to make change? I don't know. Or I'm not sure why that was in there. I was like, what the hell does that mean?
I'm Googling it right now.
Does anybody have a guess? Anthony, could you guess why they would put with no power comes no responsibility? Because
no, I don't know why, but I will say they had that exact same line in the first Kick-Ass movie, and I laughed when they said it.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. But Spider-Man Noir has powers.
No, he has power. He was also Kick-Ass. I forgot. That's another great comic book.
He was the dad, Big Daddy, right?
Big Daddy. He was in Kick-Ass.
Yeah, he was in Kick-Ass.
He was like,
I don't think they mean
guy.
literal like power. I think they mean as opposed to like Peter Parker being a good person and having suffered a loss and trying to be responsible and make the right decisions. This is clearly a fucking drunk PI. Doesn't give a fuck and will just punch a motherfucker out. Doesn't matter. I don't know. So It caught my attention. Now, will you guys watch this in black and white or the true hue color?
I'm gonna try it out both ways,
Oh, both. You give both a shot.
and then I want to try watching one episode in black and white.
Okay.
Or watching like maybe 20 minutes of it in black and white and 20 minutes of it in color, whichever one tickles my fancy, I'll go with.
Oh shit, I might do that too. I was leaning towards. I was just gonna watch it.
I don't want to just commit to one, and
Right.
I want to see what everything's about.
I was leaning towards the black and white because it looks cool, but then the true hue color, you got some, the oranges, the molten man. Anthony, preference?
I was leaning towards the black and white,
Right.
just because that's the aesthetic that they seemingly established for Spider-Noir.
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna do black and white.
Because I think in the comic, Rugs, is it black and white, the comic book?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then we saw it that way in
Sometimes there's a splash of color here and there.
Okay. In the Spider-Verse movies, his world was black and white. So, yeah, and it is noir, but even though noir doesn't necessarily mean you have to make it in black and white, you can have noir that's in color as well.
That's right.
But just the lighting and the composition of these shots, and this symbology and the shit going on in this little trailer, I was like, this looks fucking crazy. This is a crazy thing to make. Meanwhile, Sony is still working on the third Spider-Verse movie, but they've also said that a Spider-Gwen animated feature and a Spider-Punk spin-off feature are in active development. And both of those characters from those movies are very interesting.
Sure.
Right? I'd check those movies out. I'd want to know more. Hobie, Spider-Punk was cool.
You're so funny. Here's what I'll say about these two spinoffs.
Yeah.
If you would have said that they were going to release these spinoffs a couple of years ago, I would have said no chance. These movies aren't going to do any good.
Yeah.
We already seen with Morbius and all those villain spinoffs; those haven't done well. But I don't know. There might be some magic to the Spider-Verse universe. Spider-Verse, let's just call it that.
Yeah.
That the animated stuff. So maybe, I could see it potentially working.
Well, are they live action?
No, I believe they're going to be animated. So
I think animated it could probably work.
Yeah.
But
Animated. Yeah. I thought these were live action. Animated, yes, for sure. I think they'll do well.
I mean, Sony Animation is doing pretty well with the K-pop Demon Hunters, and they also just released that Goat movie animated. Go at the Steph Curry produced basketball Goat movie that apparently cost like $80 million. It did open at number 1 this weekend, but they're riding high.
Goat?
Yeah. The Goat, the budget was apparently $80 million. This is all great, like, of course, but the only problem is everything they do is going to take fucking 5 to 7 years. I don't know when we're getting that third Spider-Verse movie. Like, it was supposed to be out already. And those movies clearly take a lot of time to make. So give me that first. Then you can work on these spinoffs. But I've been impressed with Sony Animation. I will say, after watching K-pop, I was like, holy shit, Sony Animation? All right. You're giving us some good shit. Listener, let us know what you think. Are you excited for Nick Cage to be Spider-Man? Join this conversation. Join our Facebook group. It's called Jock and Nerd Nation.
Jock and Nerd.
It is an exclusive closed group just for you. Lots of fun things in there. Link in the episode description. Okay, I got a couple of stories here dealing with the Hollywood versus AI battle to kind of prime us for the movie review in the back half of this episode. Mainly the big story being last week and a half, the owner of TikTok, ByteDance, released a new version of their video image generator called Seed Dance 2.0. Okay, and this kind of quietly came out, and then this Irish filmmaker, who I think was Oscar nominated in 2002, his name, I'm going to give him credit, Ruari Robinson, makes this video. The text accompanying the video says, this was a 2-line prompt in Seed Dance 2. If Hollywood is cooked, guys, and maybe the Hollywood is cooked, guys are cooked too. I don't know if that's all written weird, but it's essentially a 15-second clip of Tom Cruise fighting Brad Pitt on top of a building. There's a couple of funny lines of dialogue. Apparently, Tom Cruise has killed Jeffrey Epstein, and Brad Pitt's very mad about it. But this caused tons of backlash, uniting Hollywood and the studios. Of course, Disney immediately got their lawyers involved, sent them a cease and desist, and then ByteDance today said they are going to work on safeguards to make sure that the Hollywood. But here's the thing: there's copyright laws, but do they apply in China? I don't know.
I like that Imran cut himself off there
I
and just
cut
went to
myself
a
off.
completely different thought.
So, Anthony, let's start with you. There's that video, and I'm sure you've seen a number of them.
Seen a number of them, yeah.
Okay, so tell me some of the ones you see and what you think of this product that's coming out of this new Seed Dance 2.0.
I've seen that one. I mean, I've seen Hulk and Wolverine. I've seen Hulk and Wolverine and Superman. I mean, the list goes on and on. Jet Li, Bruce Lee,
yeah.
and Mike Tyson, RoboCop, Terminator. I've seen a shit ton of them. They're all over Instagram. I mean, the thoughts are very, very complicated. I think initially, I think it's super fun to see all that stuff, right? Like you get to make all these dream matchups or whatever. You get to make whatever you want, right? Like with whoever you want.
Yep.
And it looks pretty good. Looks really good. So like, that's fun. But then, the more you think about it, it's like, well, this isn't actually happening. And like, what about the CGI creators that like do, make this stuff, and like all the artistry that went into creating things like this, like that's all just wiped out. And that's not fun, right? I don't think that's great. But I think even if you put all these cease and desists, I think the cat's just way out of the bag at this. The genie's out of the bottle.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm thinking the thing I think about is, remember in the early 2000s, like people compare AI to the internet. That's good at comparison.
Yeah.
And what I'm thinking about is, remember when like Napster and LimeWire and music, you could just download music.
Yeah, it was free all of a sudden.
Free, and you can just get it.
Yeah.
And then like a bunch of artists, I forget who were like leading the charge.
Metallica mostly.
They led the charge to like clean all that up. But like once that happened, CDs were done.
Yep.
And
well, then they started doing Spotify and all that
right.
type of shit.
Yeah.
So like digital music just took over, and that it killed the entire music industry in a certain, in the specific, in
many ways. Yeah.
Many ways. Yeah. Right. And then in the physical creation. And I think it's the same with this, unfortunately. I think like AI and movie making or TV, like it's going to have to be like legislated, but I don't know if you can even like completely legislate all of it. Like I think they're going to have to find a way to like partner up with this and make it a thing, unfortunately, because it's already, I mean, it's so far out.
I feel like there is a solution here, but no one will do it. And the solution is you can make all the AI you want. You just can't post it.
Oh.
You just can't put it anywhere.
And
You can make it.
Yeah.
I mean, but you putting it up and putting it out there is infringing upon everyone.
I also think it's curious that, so Disney, of course, sent them a cease and desist. So they're like, your AI is no good. Meanwhile, Sora AI, which we invested $100 billion in, they're like, we like AI when we get paid for it and we have control over it. But the likeness.
Yeah, but that's what's wrong. But you're saying that like there's a way, like it's a bad thing. Like, of course, they own that content.
Yeah, I mean, the likeness and the IP thing is a crazy thing, and
that's exactly what Metallica was like.
Yeah,
all those bands we like streaming music as long as we get a cut.
But I think in that case, and maybe even in this case, what facilitated that also was the iPod, the invention of the iPod,
right?
Where you needed digital music, and similar here, you have phones and social media that are being flooded with these videos that are keeping people entertained and watching them over and over again. So part of it is the user.
What do you think about it, Ruggs?
About AI, about this
like thing? Seeing all these things, like where you're seeing the Avengers and all these like.
I find it to be very, very mediocre, and I know that right now it's just a bunch of idiots with this thing. But get it into the hands of a real artist.
It'll get good.
Maybe you can do something with it. But I do think that I don't know. There's just something to be said for traditional ways of doing things, and no matter like I love electronic music. Let's say that I love electronic music a lot, but I still have a higher regard for when people can perform music live,
Right.
when people can actually create music without computers and things like that. Like, yeah, you can make music with AI, you can do all kinds of stuff with it, but is it really the same thing? And a lot of this AI music starts to sound the same, and a lot of this AI stuff that we look at, like even all of these different, they all seem to be like playing in the same sandbox almost.
Yeah, a little bit.
There's no individuality. Even the way that the choreography is just like really just bland and milquetoast. So like, yes, everybody can make mediocre shit now. The mediocre shit's going to be like a tidal wave of mediocrity. And I do think that there's a lot of problems with this. I do think that, yeah, you should be able to protect your likeness. I think that the fact that somebody can take your picture or whatever, your mom, and do weird shit with your mother, like,
Yeah.
like it's weird. It's just, I don't think it's right. I think people who spent their whole lives cultivating like their image being something of worth, and then all of a sudden it's gotten taken from them, even if they do get compensated for it, it's got to be something that kind of creates a hole in your soul.
Oh yeah.
And it's, and I agree with you too. It's like, you can't stop it. Like, just like Spotify and streaming and all that stuff came and they figured out like some kind of middle ground where, the technology is not going to be stopped. Like the digital streaming of things, not going to be stopped. They're just going to find a way to create a compromise where everybody gets a little bit something, but at the same time, like, like put it this way, like with the advent of, let's say, AI music, there's going to be a shitload of fucking mediocrity out there now, and it's going to clog up everything. It's going to be harder to find good stuff.
You got to do with the music. I think all this stuff they got to put. I think if there's a lot of things to think through, but like first things first, you got to put like an AI tag on it, right?
Yeah.
Like this is AI. Because I was on Spotify the other day and I found a song that I really liked, and I looked up the artist and I was like, oh shit, this is fucking AI.
Yeah, so
And I like the song a lot.
Yeah, really.
I like the song a lot, but then like after I found out it was AI, I felt really weird about like listening to it. Like, but the way I feel about it in like 30, 40 years, the people that grow up with AI are just going to be like, this is music, this is art, this is what it is.
I mean, just think about how quickly AI has become so prevalent in everything, from your search engines to your emails to the Adobe suite to business things.
Oh, it's crazy.
Very quickly.
Oh, I use Gemini
Yeah.
to like put in all my workouts, put in like my food, I take pictures of my food, I take pictures, and it like is, I wouldn't say it's like top tier nutritionist, but it's like pretty close enough where I'm like, why would I ever pay for a nutritionist,
Right.
or pay for someone to like give me workouts? I can just tell AI to
I
do
mean,
it.
it can plan your trip, it can plan your diet, it can book things. It's crazy. So, and
But
then,
I think there's like that is like cool.
yeah.
But for me, I'm leaning with you guys in that it's icky when it's like content like this. I don't know. It just feels off.
When it's yeah. So people now have been making their own endings to Stranger Things. I watched that. They made their own ending to Game of Thrones that they wanted to see. They made their own ending to Titanic, where Jack comes back to life at the end instead of drowning. Somebody did a Lord of the Rings, which was really funny, which is that joke where he's like, why don't we just take these birds? And they get on the birds and they drop the ring and it says the end, like the movie would have been over. I mean, it's funny stuff. But Rhett Reese, the writer of Deadpool and Wolverine and Zombieland, he shared this video, and that's what kind of blew it up. And he said when he shared the video, he goes, I hate to say it, it's likely over for us. And people got mad at him, and they're like, it still looks like shit. And this is what he said, and this is where it's going to go, Ruggs. This is why it looks like shit now, but this is all you need. He says, quote, in next to no time, one person is going to be able to sit at a computer and create a movie indistinguishable from what Hollywood now releases. True, if that person is no good, it will suck. But if that person possesses Christopher Nolan's talent and taste, and someone like that will rapidly come along, it will be tremendous. So it is going to take someone who is a filmmaker.
So there's probably some struggling filmmaker now that's tried everything to break in, that is actually very talented. And he's going to be like, well, fuck it, I'm just going to make my movie with AI.
That's funny you say that, because I have a story about how everyone is, in Hollywood is like, oh, no AI, we're afraid of it. But people are throwing money at it. Case in point, Roger Avery, who co-wrote Pulp Fiction, said he was on Joe Rogan podcast, and he said recently it was, quote, impossible for him to get his movies made through traditional means. But then he launched an AI production company and people started throwing money at it. And he has now 3 features in production.
Oh, shit.
So on the one hand, everyone's like, we got to fucking stop this shit. But on the other hand, people are throwing money at AI production companies because it is inevitable. It is going to be the next thing.
Now, what about this? What if now the future is not even with actors? It's now who can create the best AI actor, who can create the best like archetype of whatever we want.
You already got Tilly Norwood, and they have a bunch of other actors that they're trying to put out there.
I mean, I think with the movie studios, the way the movie studios can halt some of this is like coming to an agreement with even like streaming or theaters or whatever platforms release content that like, you know, what the parameters around AI are. If it's like more than a percent or a couple of percent of the movie, like it can't be monetized.
I think that's the biggest problem is like the fact that you can put this stuff out. It's not that you can use software to make it. It's that the distribution method, like think about YouTube, right? Think about all the shit that's on YouTube. And then when you see it, when you go on your feed, what do you see? And it's all filtered. Like all that other billions of stuff is filtered out and you only get those 4 little streams of things to watch. Like, how's that going to work if like all this bandwidth is being taken up by fucking AI shit?
Right.
You know, so I don't know. It's just a weird thing. There's going to be more and more of this content. It's going to be indistinguishable. It's going to be like a bunch of fan fiction too. Like I could just see it, like the shipping community doing all their romances that they wanted to have, and it's just fucking horrible. I think it's fucking going to be shitty. I mean, is it cool that you could see Spider-Man fight Superman and Godzilla fight Pacific Rim?
Oh my God. Yeah, there was everything.
It's the idea is cool, but the execution sucks.
Yeah.
And we need we're going to get a tidal wave of mediocrity. That's the only thing I keep coming back to that because that's what I just saw when I looked at all these videos. Like,
but it feels like these are just like quick 1-2 line prompts, and then they're just letting the AI do its thing. But if somebody sat down and crafted shots and scenes and generated
this is the
them,
tool for the lazy, Imran.
Or is it a tool for a filmmaker that has a wild imagination, but has no financing to create what's in his head, and now he can, and it could look cinematic level?
No, I think there will be you can't bet on stupidity to reign free the entire time. Like there will be people that like are really smart that know exactly how to talk to the AI. Yeah. And the AI will continue to improve where it's cleaned up and you won't see weird things. And it'll be like, people can make some pretty good shit. And I think very quickly in the near future. Yeah. And that's icky for me. I don't really like it.
Yeah, but it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. I think the industries really have to like. The problem is we don't even know how far AI can go, right? So we don't even know you don't even know what the sandbox
is. Whoever can imagine the best, you know?
Yeah.
So you don't need, but like that's where it's hard to even make rules right now around it because you don't even know how far it can go. Like, for example, people use like AI apps to create their own content, right? But like with their own stuff, right?
Or with an AI avatar.
Like where it's like not like it's like they take their own videos and their own like lettering or whatever, and then just like the AI puts it together for them. So it's like, is that okay? It's like all your content, but AI created it for you and put it in a way that's like, you know, easily digestible, so you can put it on your TikTok or whatever. Like, is that fine?
I don't know. It's like in order to actually really parse this out, you have to strip everything down to nothing, right? So let's say the medium that you have where you require no skill is talking, right? And all you got to do is talk into a microphone, right? And you can make content. You could have your thoughts or whatever. You could banter with like what we do. It's like this basic level, like no talent needed. But you got to be able to, you have to be able to have something interesting to say. Now there's people doing having AI do that for them.
Well, there's tons of AI podcasts, which are really weird. And I was thinking about making one just to see if I got fool people. But the skill here really is art direction. It's knowing shots, camera lenses, different movements, what the names are, different, so you can control the final product better. We just have to get through. I will say the likenesses, though, as this goes, are so fucking good that it's alarming. Every time, every day, the likenesses.
About pornography.
The what? AI porn.
Well, there's obviously that question to ask.
I'm sure it exists.
I'm pretty sure it exists. Like that would have been the first thing. That's probably where all this was tested on. But the likenesses, the subtle details. I mean, even between the Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise thing are like, if you show, I mean, half the people I think wouldn't know that that's AI if you show them right now. So it's very quickly
it's weird.
It's very weird. It's very, I enjoy the fact that if you're creative, imagination is your limit right now if you want to make stuff.
The whole point, though, is that in order to get Brad Pitt in your movie's got to be somewhat good, or you got to have some kind of talent,
right? Or
you have to do now it's just any asshole could have Brad Pitt in their movie. It's stupid.
Again,
it's I mean, like I said, it's initially it's fun to watch, but I thought about that too. I was like, the best part about like having, Arnold and Stallone in the movies, if you could have convinced them both in the 80s or 90s to do that,
right?
That would have been awesome, right? Like, and they did it late in the 2020s or whatever. Like that the work that would have it would have been a Herculean feat. Like that's part of the accomplishment too.
Yeah, but now you can just spin that up exactly how you want.
No, but I'm saying that spinning it up, it being easy takes away, like the journey to get there is also important.
Yeah.
Like all of the things that have to coalesce for that movie to come together.
Yeah.
All those, that's now gone. And there's no obstacle really.
But then you always know it's not them. Like that for me is like the part where I'm still like it's even when like CGI is there, like CGI does, like some of these characters don't exist, but that someone created that, right?
Yeah.
Whereas like, and they put in a shit ton of work. Whereas like when you do this stuff where it's the AI, like that to me is like it doesn't feel as good. Even like you watch a CGI thing. So like when you watch Godzilla versus Kong, those characters aren't there,
right?
And even that to me is like it's great, but I also enjoyed like the old Godzilla movies when it was actually physically there. That's why like every time like they film stuff and they're like, oh, we try to stay as practical as possible. That always looks way better.
That will always have its own kind of texture and quality.
Do you think that will embolden people to do more practical stuff just to separate themselves?
Well, there is a whole realm of this where people are trying to create the most realistic images in video, and as like photo shoots for fashion magazines and whatever.
Well, I think to answer your question, Ruggs, I think a lot of people will try to not use it. But as you saw with like CGI, and I mean, when it went from, I don't know when it first debuted, was it 70s or 80s?
Yeah.
Like, it got more prevalent.
Yeah.
Because one, you could do things you could never do, but two, you could be lazier.
Yeah.
And that's what potentially AI could do. It was like you could do things you never do and you could be lazier.
In a lot of ways, it's very similar to, the usage of CGI in the beginning of CGI.
I mean, CGI, you just got more and more and more. I mean, now they use CGI, and you'd be surprised the amount of movies where you're like, oh, there was CGI in that movie?
Just for like little dumb things that you would never think. Again, we've said this before. Today is the worst this technology will ever be. So that is also kind of crazy.
Green screen has been around forever, and we still notice it when it's bad.
But it's done badly. There's a way to do green screen that's not bad. Same with this. It's just done badly, but I guarantee there's a way to use this that has merit, and it's going to be indistinguishable. Either,
I don't like it. Overall, I don't like it.
So Roger Avery's through AI films he's working on is a family Christmas movie, a faith-based Easter movie, and a big romantic war epic. It's kind
Yeah,
of
but is he
interesting.
making like? Are these movies going to be released? Like, what is he working on?
He says the Christmas movie is going to be in theaters this holiday season.
Do you think that the theaters could have the power to like not release these things?
Possibly, because the theaters could get together and be like, if you use any AI, we're not going to show your movie.
Well, it's not only the theaters. They got to get the streamers. They got to get
Distributors.
all the movie studios.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to have an industry wide, similar to what music did, where
Right.
it's like, if you stream our music, you need to pay us, and we will only license to these streamers.
Yeah.
You know, you got to go through a process. It's got to be the same thing where like everyone comes together and is like, that's the way you like control some of this. Is you got to be able to demonetize it.
I do feel like the movie theaters have like a leg up because they're railing against technology too, like taking away theaters, like all of this like phone shit and all of this streaming stuff is threatening their way of life. So they could probably, I mean, double down as it for integrity's sake and say, listen, if you want integrity of seeing real movies made by real people, come to a real theater.
They could do that, yeah. But if they don't, if like your Netflixes and all these other streamers decide to go to war with movie theaters, the other way this could go with movie theaters be like, well, fuck it. If you're taking content from us, we'll embrace the AI and we'll release it here.
Oh,
Like you got to have the industry as a whole be like, this is not okay. That's not okay. They got to figure out the rules around it.
yeah.
I just don't know how this benefits anybody but the AI companies. Like, okay, like for example, the one thing you can say, like in defense of this for Hollywood, is that they can make cheap movies.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's going to streamline production, bring costs.
But the fact that there's so many that it's flooding the market with all of these movies and all of a sudden now there's who can make the movie. Like all of a sudden everybody can have Spider-Man in their movies, then your Spider-Man movie is not that good. Or let's say they can't make a Spider-Man movie, but they can make a Tarantula Man movie that looks just like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like now you got fucking everybody and their mom making movies. The reason that movies are cool is because you have to like rate, like, for example, He-Man. Like somebody had to believe that a He-Man movie could be made, and they had to, and that's why there hasn't been one in like 20, 30 years because it took a while. Now anybody could make it, and now like it's not going to be special anymore, right? So where movie fills that need. So it's just weird. I don't know if it benefits Hollywood. I think the only people that are really going to benefit are the people who make the AI.
So I looked up online. This is just quick at Google. Now, and an AI answered as well. It said, how much would it cost to make a 2-hour movie out of AI? And it said here, total estimated cost for like a mid-tier movie would be $700 to $6,600.
Just 700? 700?
$700 to $6,600.
Oh, no, like $6,000. That's fucking cheap. So I was just going to say.
That's like
that's what they spend
I
on
guess
Coke.
that'd be the benefit,
budget.
right? Is like we could just make a movie for really cheap, but you know, you're you're literally killing the entire industry by doing it.
So that's the one thing about this AI, generative AI, is everything costs credits, right? It's there's free things, but they suck. But if you really want to get into it, it costs credits. But the bigger issue with environmentalists, of course, is the processing, the data centers. The
data centers use up a shit ton of like water.
Yes, they're taking up the water. They're ruining the environment. That is absolutely true. But I also think someone's going to figure out a better way to power their data centers. Somebody had the idea to send out satellites with solar panels and get energy that way and use that. They'll find a way around it.
What do you think, Brown? Which way should they cool the AI data centers? What's your analysis there?
They should look. It provides.
They're gonna start building these fucking terminals in Antarctica.
It provides construction
It'll be
jobs
automatically cold,
and then or just put it in Antarctica where it's permanently cooling.
And there's nothing there.
I think I read that like nuclear would be a way to do it. This is completely. I don't know jack shit about what I'm talking about.
But as this gets bigger, that's going to be a big issue. They're trying to build data centers all over the country.
It's already a big issue.
Yeah, some communities are saying no, and they just go to other places. So they're going to figure that out because they need to. It's almost like the oil industry. They're looking for land rights and leases so they can fucking dig a hole.
Does anybody own Antarctica?
No, everybody owns it. It's for
No one owns it.
It's for everyone.
What are you talking about? No, that is completely wrong. No one owns it.
It's not split up.
There is an agreement across like all the countries,
right.
all the continents in the world that like if you visit there, it's like you have to remove all your garbage. Like it's they try to keep it pristine.
That's where they keep the aliens and spacecraft.
That's where I keep them. Yeah.
That's where they keep. Anyways, this shit is coming. People have opinions. People are making content. We're gonna watch it, but it's gonna happen very quickly. Let's take a break here, fellas. We're gonna play some promos. We're gonna come back and continue our AI conversation through the eyes of Gore Verbinski as we review Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die right after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
What's up? This is Brian, and I'm the host of Citizens of Pawnee, a Parks and Recreation podcast. That's right, a podcast dedicated to my favorite TV show, Parks and Rec. Every week I discuss my favorite things about the show, which include character breakdowns, episode rewatches, and other random facts and tidbits about the show. You can find me on Instagram at Citizens of Pawnee Podcast and listen wherever you get your podcast now. You will literally love it.
I'm Imran.
And I'm Sophia.
I'm the brother.
And I'm the sister. And we are watching a show about cousins.
We're your hosts for Dance of Joy, a Perfect Strangers rewatch podcast.
We grew up watching the 80s hit sitcom, and now we'd like you to join us every week as we rediscover our love for our favorite TV cousins, Balky and Larry.
You can find our show at danceofjoypod.com and on all major podcast platforms. Now we are so happy, Sophia. We do the Dance of Joy.
Imran, this is a podcast. They can't see us.
Oh, po.
Jock and Nerd.
Listener, if you like this show, this is a great time to give back, support the show, join our Patreon fan club. Visit jockandnerd.com/Patreon.
Jock and Nerd.
There's a link in the episode description. And for as little as $3 a month, you get stuff like access to an exclusive podcast feed where the shows come out early. We post bonus content there. You would have heard instant reactions from all three of us to this movie. Anthony M. Ruggs posted a bunch of movie reviews. We will talk about that later. Lots of extra bullshit to listen to, worth the price alone. If that isn't enough, you can also join us for our monthly Discord hangouts. It's like a little virtual meetup. The next one is this week, fellas.
Oh, shit.
Thursday, February 19th. It's this week.
Oh boy.
Put it in your calendar. And it's always a fun time.
This week?
Yes.
Shit.
The day after
I don't think I'm doing that.
You
one.
son of a bitch. The day after this show post, February 19th. Be there. Check it out. All this stuff is at our Patreon page, jockandnerd.com/Patreon. Check it out today. Okay, fellas, let's get to this week's movie review. It's our first new in the theater movie for me, anyways. I know Anthony's already seen a couple.
A few, yeah.
First full show review of a new 2026 movie. This one, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. Here's your spoilers.
Strap yourselves in, you fucks. Spoiler time.
It's technically a 2025 movie, though, because it premiered at Fantastic Fest last year.
Fantastic Fest, was it?
Yeah, I believe it was
Okay.
Fantastic Fest.
Yeah, it technically, 2025, but if you go, so the way I look
How
at
does
it
that work?
is,
Because, yeah.
so 2025, it premiered, but if you're going by when it was released to the wider audience and would be eligible for Oscars, it'd be 2026.
Oh, okay, because that's the release.
I like to I'd say it's a 2026.
By release. By production, like it was made in 2025.
No. That's completely wrong. It could be made in like 2024.
Oh.
It's 2025 is when it was initially debuted.
Oh, yeah.
But only to a limited audience, and then 2026.
Well,
I think that what happens in those events is that they're trying to get distribution.
Yes. A lot of that they are.
So they're showing the film to get people to invest in it to distribute it.
right.
Yep.
Someone's got to buy it
100%.
and put it out. So this one,
It could have never come out after that.
yes,
premiere.
after the festival, yeah, and I think a lot of movies don't. This
Right.
one directed by Gore Verbinski and written by Matthew Robinson. This is Gore Verbinski's first movie since 2016. That movie was called A Cure for Wellness. I do not think it did well. 3 years earlier, he did The Lone Ranger, which also did not do well. So this is his big return to the screen. He's been trying to get this movie made. He's had this idea for 8 years, but they've been working on it for 3 years. Every major studio said no. The movie lost independent financing 3 times trying to get made until Briarcliff Entertainment and Constantine Films takes a chance. And so this company, they take risky things. They also distributed the Apprentice movie, Donald Trump, Sebastian Stan. They also bought that Magazine Dreams, the Jonathan Majors movie. So they like distributing these risky things, but this is essentially an independent film. They shot the whole thing in South Africa. It looks like LA. It's not. On the Rotten Tomatoes, it's currently sitting at an 84% tomato meter score. 88% audience score. Metacritic has it at 67. You got the letterbox there, Anthony?
3.5.
3.5 on letterbox. Okay. So apparently Constantine Films bankrolls this movie for about $20 million is what I was able to find in the budget. It was kind of hard to find. Oh no, it is 20 million. Okay, now it's on the Wikipedia. And it opens at number 7. Not great, only earning about $4.1 million over this 4-day Valentine's Day, President's Day weekend, 3.6 million over the 3-day. And it was only in about 1,600 locations. So it's like a half a release. Wuthering Heights opening at number 1, followed by GOAT, for if anybody wants to know how the box office went. This one starring fun cast. You got Sam Rockwell. He's always fun to watch. Haley Lou Richardson, who was recently on Ponies, and she's in The White Lotus. Michael Pena. You got Zazie Beetz. You got Asim Chowdhury, Tom Taylor, Juno Temple. It is rated R. It is 2 hours and 14 minutes. Anthony, what happens in Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die?
In Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, we get Sam Rockwell's character, who doesn't have a name, I don't believe.
He does not. He is just man from the future.
Comes back to the present from the future into a diner and is looking to recruit a bunch of people from this diner to take on AI. There's a child that has created AI, and they need to somehow stop the AI he's created. Otherwise, the future, similar to Terminator, will be all fucked up, and AI will have taken over, and it'll be bad for humans. The twist here is he's done this multiple times already. Not even multiple, plenty of times.
Yes.
And he keeps failing. So he has a very good understanding of what hasn't worked and which people haven't worked. So he has to recruit a completely new group of people, not new, but a new combination of the people in that diner to take over or take on AI and stop the fall of humanity.
Yeah. There it is. It's a wacky sci-fi tale. And now, Anthony, what did you think? I felt like I didn't really know much going in. I saw the trailer. It was crazy. So what were you sensing going in, and how did you feel once the movie was over?
Yep, I did some initial thoughts. You can check those out, like Imran mentioned, on Patreon if you give us some money, or if you're already giving us some money, you've already checked that out. When I first saw a trailer or two to this, I was pretty excited. I thought it was a cool concept. I thought it looked fun. I thought it was going to be an action adventure movie. And what we got, not really much action, more of a like sci-fi adventure type movie. I was disappointed in this one, to be honest. I did not.
Floppy jock.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit of a floppy jock for me. I don't know what the expectation. I thought I had a higher expectation for this being a lot more fun, and I felt like this movie was pretty frustrating, pretty heavy-handed in like banging you over the head with what AI can do. Lots of like shit thrown at you against the wall. Like there is obviously AI, and there's time travel, and then there's like people being allergic to technology and cloning and they do the school shootings. And some of it works, but some of it doesn't. So I feel like it's like they threw so many ideas at you, and they didn't really have like anything that they really wanted to stick on other than AI. So like while some of it works, some of it doesn't. But I found the movie, like I said, be very heavy handed. And the school shooting thing, actually, you brought up, that really almost soured. That soured me on the
Really?
movie.
All right, well,
yeah,
we'll give
because
it-
it's. I thought it was. You're trying to create this like fun movie, and then you're like making light of school shootings. And if
It's dark.
the school shootings were like somehow related to like the AI, maybe it would have made sense. But I think they were just throwing so many random things against the wall, and I felt like the school shooting stuff was really in poor taste and not even all that necessary to what the movie was trying to do. So yeah, I was very disappointed in this movie. I didn't really like it.
It's a dark comedy. It's darkly comic. But yeah. Okay. Interesting. Rugs. Opening thoughts.
I thought it took some big swings, and I thought it went for a lot of stuff. It really was trying to hang its hat on this dark comedy stuff, but I do agree that with Anthony said, the school shooting thing, it felt like, all right, if you're gonna do that, make a joke out of it, show me how the AI and the phones are causing the school shootings. Like, make a joke out of that. Like, let's figure out, like, let's make like an honest joke about, like, okay, kids are they're engagement farming, they're trying to get people hit, they're bullying each other. What are they doing that's causing this? And they just kind of use it as a tool to get this thing, but it's like a horrible moment in the movie where you're like, this woman's like lost her child, and then there's other women that are like, hey, just get a new one. And it wasn't as funny as it could have been. Like, there were people in the theater laughing.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for them laughing, I wouldn't have known to laugh. Like, I was just like, I don't really think this is that funny. But there was a lot of people laughing in the theater.
Yeah.
And I laughed a few times.
Mine too.
So I know that they were going for a lot of different things. I thought, like, they took a lot of risks, but I don't think the movie worked. I don't think it did. I just think, like, number one, because something's a comedy, it often gets licensed to like not make sense and just, we're going to have fun. But I wasn't laughing to the amount of where I can let a lot of this slide. I was just like, we're in like a weird, is this a comedy? Is this an adventure? Is this like a statement? What is it? It's kind of like rhyming with Idiocracy, but Idiocracy was more funny. And and it was just more funny more of the time. And it never got serious. Like, so you never like had to worry about that. Like talking about just kids dying. It was weird. So, it just didn't work for me. Like, none of the things work. Like, the fact that he's from the future and he needs to assemble 6 people or whatever. Why? Why do that? Why is when they're trying to work out this hostage situation, are the cops firing at them? Like, none of that stuff. Like, nothing in the movie makes any sense. Like, why does he need all these people to get this kid? Like, that doesn't make any sense. It's like, the things in the movie, the adventure has to make it, like, the quest has to have a reason to happen. And I couldn't tell how any of these people, other than the one that's his mom, is central to the plot. And if he knew that's his mom the whole time, that makes the movie even stupider. And then at the end of the movie, nothing that they did matters. So you went on this weird thing, and it's all like it's like a fart that explodes in your face and just like kind of dissipates. So you're like, oh, okay. And so you never really get that resolution at the end. And I guess that's the point of the movie, is we can't do anything about it, or
yes,
there is no solution.
That's
but I don't know. I didn't think it worked. I do understand all of the things that it's doing that is cool, but they don't coalesce into a movie. Like, there's bits that I love. It's like watching 3 or 4 Black Mirror episodes that are smashed together, but they don't really coalesce into a movie. They're all like interesting things that I want to, like, oh, I'm interested in this. This is cool. This is saying something, but I don't think it coalesces into a great movie. And I think, I don't know. I guess you have to be really nihilistic to really love this movie. Or you got to have like this kind of like view of the world where you're like, you don't give a fuck to really enjoy this.
So, surprise, I actually kind of enjoyed this movie, but I agree with all your points. Not all of it works. It is very messy. The third act just throws all logic out the window, and some of that didn't work for me, but I thought it was funnier than I expected. I didn't have any expectations. I watched the trailer and I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm getting into. So I was invested from the beginning. Like, I was really enjoying the first half of the movie. I thought was strong. It's essentially like a love letter to wacky sci-fi time travel movies. Shit I love. Like, it's the Terminator, it's the Matrix, it's a little Groundhog Day, it's a little Everything Everywhere All at Once. It reminds me of Terry Gilliam movies. It's a time loop movie. Like, I love all these things, and I love Black Mirror, and Black Mirror is often very dark.
Everything Everywhere All at Once
nihilistic.
was so much more of a centered film.
Yes,
than
no, that is a way more focused movie. Absolutely.
It also was a black comedy, and it also
this movie's
wacky shit.
This movie's a little too long. It's 2 hours 14 minutes. I don't think it needs to be
that long. No.
So let me ask you this question:
Sam Rockwell's great though, and he was hilarious.
When they're all talking about the thing that they're going to run into when they go to attack this kid at the house.
It always changes.
They're all naming like ninjas or whatever. I'm like, is this Ghostbusters where they're like trying to figure out how...
It's a little Ghostbusters. That's what that was. It's fucking
like,
Ghostbusters.
But then I'm like, okay, well, if that's true, then they're in the Matrix now.
Well, yeah.
And they never really got into that either.
I mean, I think it's more of the...
They just kind of abandoned these ideas.
I feel like it's the writer and Verbinski's more of messaging of how they feel about AI and current dystopian present. But it is... Look, I love the little vignettes, but it slows the whole movie down. But I love that they were like little Black Mirror episodes. They were kind of interesting. I kind of want to go through them. I love how it starts. It jumps right into the diner, and he has tried this 117 times, all different combinations. So I think, Ruggs, to your question, is just he's trying different people, different combinations of people. Like, it was hilarious when that one guy raised his hand and he goes, "You are the most useless person I've ever met." No, not you. Like, there were some fucking funny bits.
But why does he need people like to do his mission? Like, they literally don't have anything to do with anything. The only person that has any use is the woman with their son on the phone.
Right.
And why is her son on the phone? They never explain.
No, they do. That's the AI. That's part of in that flashback. They explain. That's where the school shootings ultimately were, just to get to having this AI voice of her son help her. But, initially you're like, is he really from the future? Is he bullshitting? And then he starts to know things and he does shit like 67 cents. He tells the guy he's got in his left pocket. I just thought that the beginning was really funny. Like when Susan tells him there's a tunnel there in the back and he's already sent Bob out to get shot. He goes, "Why the fuck did I send Bob out to die?" Like, that was really funny. So the beginning is kind of fun. You meet all these characters and then you get into vignettes of each of these characters, which deal with how these characters are dealing with technology and how it's fucking with them. And then when you jump back to the main thing, it slowed the whole thing down. Yes, absolutely. But the flashbacks were also really funny. Do you not think the Mark and Janet, who are teachers, and all the kids are on their phones and all the teachers are on sabbatical, and he keeps going, "I don't think teachers go on sabbatical. This doesn't seem right." I guess I do, but and then the entitled teenagers.
You can't just say something that doesn't make any sense.
All
and
of them at once. That many?
Well,
yeah. I think I lean obviously more towards what Ruggs is saying, not because I want to bully you, Imran, although that is always fun. I think to your point though, Imran, I do think like the flashbacks at times are decent, but I also think like every time we switched back to the main story, I would get less and less interested in the main story because we had these flashbacks that were like all this like haywire, like crazy off the wall stuff. Mm-hmm. To Ruggs' point, though, like there's like no rules to anything.
There isn't. No, there isn't.
So when there's no rules, like you can't even really understand what's happening and why it's happening. And then going back to the school shooting stuff, like I get it leads to this AI voice that is leading her and is the son, but this is part of where he's just like throwing so many things against the wall that don't coalesce together all that well. And when you do the school shooting thing, and then you're like making a joke where you're like, "Oh, there's this group of people that have had many. We've had 4.
Oh my god, that couple! 5. So there's a couple.
It's like what? But what does that have to do with AI? Like, I still don't understand. what does that have to do with the
It's just
overall message he's saying?
Fucking funny.
'Cause what they're saying is that AI is going to lead to the downfall of everything.
Yeah.
And technology.
Yeah.
But what is the connection to school shootings? School shootings have happened way before all of this has happened. So I found that to, again, be very, very poor taste. And like Ruggs mentioned, I was also, when the ending happened, the initial ending, the fake out ending, I was like, okay, the mom being here, like that's it, whatever, it's cool. Like I'm coming around on the movie, but then the movie just basically farts in your face and goes, nah, psych, like all this was
It didn't
never,
work.
it never happened.
It didn't work.
It didn't work.
It didn't work.
Go fuck off. And I just went, well, this was fucking a super nihilistic movie, and I just wasted 2 hours and 15 minutes. This isn't going to get a sequel. This is nothing. Like
He's got to try again.
I just felt like I was dragged along for a movie that didn't really have focus, had a lot of like ideas with no rhyme or reason, and then just decide, okay, we're gonna hit you in the nuts by the end of the movie.
I mean,
too,
it's messy. It's all over the place. You know, it's like there's horror elements, there's comedy.
People did
there's
laugh
funny.
in my theater too,
Dude,
for what it's worth.
everybody.
There were some genuine funny moments. There's
Yeah.
things that worked in the movie, but then there's a lot of things that didn't make any sense, and I couldn't even explain. Like they didn't even bother to explain. Like, why is it when the guy touches the person's phone that all of them want to kill him? Like they don't explain. Like what
mechanism
that?
is operating there. Yeah, that is true. All the phones kind of sync up and they turn the kids into zombies, right? It's just like exaggerated and cartoony.
I get it, but it's not that funny. And then it leaves you asking questions that don't even have a funny answer. Yeah, I like when you set something up that has some kind of a payoff. Whether it's a comedic payoff or dramatic payoff, it's got to pay off. You can't just leave it lingering in there. It's funny. Like the funniest part, which is also one of the darkest parts, and where I started to try to understand what this movie was when the couple was talking about their kid being shot, and they were like making them racist.
Yeah, well, they're
fucking with it, having fun with it.
They go, we made her Muslim and really tall and a little racist.
But that's the only time the movie's like that.
Yeah,
and then it just kind of forgets that I'm like, oh, this is the movie, and then it's like, okay, no, it's not. Yeah, it's not.
Well, the whole idea of a company that clones children that have been killed in school shootings, subsidized by the government, it's cheaper if you allow ads. Like, and the kid just does an ad read. Like, that's so Black Mirror.
That's like Idiocracy too.
Yeah,
It's got that whole vibe, the Mike Judge vibe.
But it's not like it. In Idiocracy, at least knew what its tone was and stayed. This movie, I feel like, is comedy at some points, is like dark comedy, is adventure, sci-fi adventure, has like a horror, but like there's tons of movies that do genre blending and do it well. I feel like this movie does not do that well. I feel like it should have leaned all the way into like one of those things.
Yeah.
Like I almost feel like it should have been a dark horror comedy.
Yeah.
Like that might have worked better because there are aspects of it that's like horror-esque.
Yeah.
But you don't really get like the violence that from a horror movie. I don't know. I felt like this movie was just tonally as well all over.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I feel like that there's wacky movies that this movie's trying to be like. I feel like Imran said Terry Gilliam, and the Fisher King comes up in my mind because there's a movie where you have insane dark shit happening, but it's also funny, and there's also like a fantastic, like, you know, he's seeing visions and he's not in reality a lot of the time, and there's like psychic breaks. But the mission, the quest that he's on is to be healed, right? And the story of the Fisher King kind of materializes in real life, and then he's cured at the end of the movie, and all that stuff coalesces into a great movie. Here, there's nothing coalescing. There's nothing kind of coming together. It just seems like you're going from A to B to make the joke, and then you just let it dangle off and like just get to the end. And then when you get to the end, they're like, psych. And so it's kind of a weird feeling for me. Like, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that.
This doesn't come together in a satisfying way that makes it worth all this shit kind of all over the place. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm in the minority here because I've seen some other people like praise this movie online, but maybe I just didn't get it, or maybe I wasn't wrong.
Me and you are definitely in the minority. I think. I mean, the 3.5 on Letterboxd. I think a lot of people felt more like Imran did than me and you did, for sure.
I mean, it's.
I missed it. I missed it.
It's I see. I just this is like my kind of movie. I like these kind of crazy, wacky, sci-fi, dark.
And normally I do too.
Right. It was messy in an entertaining way. I thought.
I'm surprised that Ruggs didn't like it because I thought this was more up his alley.
I don't know.
I thought I was going to be the only one that didn't like it.
I was sitting there going, why am I not into this movie? I was asking myself this. I'm like, why are you not into this movie? It's fucking got some sick ass jokes in it, and it's dark, and it's saying shit about like all these teenagers that you fucking hate.
Exactly. The girl's like, I need a Pepsi. I was like, Jesus
it's also a very independent film, not a big studio
Right.
film at all.
And
it is swinging for the fences in a lot of ways.
It's very topical.
But I was just not having a good time. At a certain point in this movie, I was like, all right, I'm done with this. I think I was maybe like 2/3 through the movie, and maybe it's because it's too long.
Yeah.
But I was like, all right, I want to go home now. Like,
that's crazy. You were having, because during the movie, I was having not like the exact same thoughts, but I was thinking to myself, man, what's my rating for this? Is this like a 4 out of 10? I kept thinking about that. I was like, no, maybe it's a 5. Okay, I'm coming around. Maybe it's a 6. No, it's a 5. Like I kept like playing with like, is this movie even good? What is going on here?
See, and I was laughing hard. I definitely had a smile on my face for a lot of the movie. The jokes landed, and I was just locked in. I was like, where's this fucking going? What's going to happen next? I do think it kind of falls apart in the third act, but the fact that it didn't work. So Ingrid, the character that is allergic to Wi-Fi and cell phones, it's kind of an interesting thing having a character that gets nosebleeds when she's around technology. And her backstory, I thought, was also enriching into the character that she met this dude who also doesn't like tech and gets a VR helmet. Who sent him that helmet? Who knows? I don't know. And then he just goes to that reality, and it's her that actually has to come in at the end, despite her condition, and plug the fucking thing in, even though the AI tries to stop her and show her a better world.
Well, she's fucking what, Sarah Connor, right?
And she ends up being his mom, and we see a flashback of him as a kid living in a bunker with his mom, and he attracts a drone, and the drone kills his mom. It's his fault. Blows up the bunker. And so for the end to be, this didn't work, and he comes back, and the new plan is, I'm going to try to give the world what you have, your allergy to technology. Just, it's kind of like a Terminator ending. Like, it's inevitable. You can't stop it. You just have to keep trying. Let's talk about the third act, because it was fucking crazy. And some of it worked, some of it didn't. The giant centaur made of half horse and half cats, because they mentioned cats. When you said Ghostbusters, it just occurred to me that's what they were doing, because I was confused. I was like, oh, they said this shit and it happened. And then the big fight at the end with the bald kid on the wires and the robots coming to life. It's all a bit silly.
It is. Well, silly is a good way to put it. Like, I think I get why you would be entertained. I get why a lot of people would be entertained. But I think this goes back to like the point again Ruggs made is there's really no rule. Like, I don't understand why, if this stuff can just happen, like the big fucking cat and all these teenagers, why doesn't AI just send back fucking everything and you would never ever stop them, or never, like, there's no rules around what can be sent, how they fight it, what are the limitations on what can be sent. So it just makes it, for me, I'm just like, well, this is happening, and
it's
now
intangible.
This is happening. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and so, okay, so the problem I had with that whole centaur horror, you know how he's like pooping confetti and shit? It reminded me of why I didn't like the second Kingsman movie, where their heads, like, it's all grounded and kind of exaggerated, but then their heads explode and there's confetti.
Yeah.
Like, so that part, I was like, I don't know what the fuck any of this is, but I did enjoy that thing eating the
what
teenagers.
Is that thing?
Are they in a simulation? It was a manifestation of what the AI heard them talking about. And it's because he said when they got to that house, no group has ever made it farther than this to the actual kid's house. And every time something attacks them here, and it's always something different. So, you know, he wrote in some loopholes where he can't tell you what happens, even though he's from the future, because he goes, it's different every time. So the AI was still in control. It's still, that part I don't know also at the end. Were they in a Matrix type situation?
Yeah, and I feel like if that's the case, then the whole movie's pointless.
Yeah, I agree. Because the whole thing I thought was like, well, the AI it's not there yet, so hasn't created
right
everything. But then this clearly shows that the AI has built-in code to go and like understand anything that's stopping it from being made. It can send stuff, but there's a lot of mental gymnastics there. It just that also for me was very frustrating.
And the message is that if we put these guardrails, then AI can exist, and then it doesn't work.
Well,
guardrails don't work.
I mean, I appreciated the fact that he wasn't actually trying to stop it. He was trying to upload AI to steer it in a better direction. And I mean, what did we just talk about with Seed Dance and trying to set up safeguards and guardrails? It doesn't work. It's not going to work. You can try.
So then the next solution is let's make people allergic to it.
So you got to get people off the phones and away from the VR headsets and entirely, which is extreme thing.
And how do they do that?
I don't know.
How do you make the allergy? Everybody get the allergy.
I think what do they take her blood at the end? Is that what they did?
No,
did they take her blood?
No, I don't think he knew how he was going to do it. I think he goes,
he just says it.
Yeah, he goes, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but this didn't work. Here's the new plan.
All right, I've shit on the movie a lot. I will say that it is.
Do we like any performances individually?
No, I don't. Honestly, I didn't like it.
Really?
No, I didn't think anything stood out for me. I will say, I mean, Sam Rockwell's fine. Like, it's not a very hard role. I will say, like, to both of your points, I'll give it credit. It's a movie that's not afraid of anything. It's taking some pretty big swings.
Ambitious.
It's an ambitious movie in a sense. And if you want to go on this like adventure that's also somewhat honoring other time travel movies, but also topical, this movie does do those things. So it's like it is of its time, and it's relevant. It's a relevant conversation.
Yeah.
Is it subtle? No,
no.
But it's. I don't think it's that's the way the tone of the movie. So in those sense, it works. I mean, the performances are fine to me. I didn't feel like. I feel like Michael Pena is just taking such a career fall.
What happened to Michael Pena? He's been
like that guy was like pretty. Not, I wouldn't say an A-list guy, but he was
on his way
doing really well.
Yeah.
And now I feel like he's in these like side movies as a side character, and it's like, what happened?
I got excited when I saw. I was like, oh fuck, Michael Pena's in this. Where's he been? But yeah, he was all right. I mean, I think Sam Rockwell, like he can play unhinged very well, and it was just fun watching him. And he's just funny. Where the guy's like, when he pulls his map out, he goes, "What's that?" He goes, "I drew it. It's a map. Fuck you. Where's your map?" just little lines like that he would throw out were fucking hilarious. I liked Haley Lou Richardson, who played Ingrid. I thought Juno Temple, who played Susan, did a good job too.
Which one's that one?
Susan was the mom. Ingrid with the mom with the clone son, Darren.
I kept thinking not the mom. I kept thinking the other lady with the son that got shot.
Yeah.
What's her name?
No, that's Juno Temple.
Oh, that's Juno Temple.
That's Juno Temple. She's from Ted Lasso and a bunch of.
Oh, well, I thought I kept getting confused and thinking Sally Hawkins was in the movie. I don't know why I thought that.
She's not fucking any fish in this movie. She's in. Yeah. Ruggs, any performances stick out to you? Anything?
I think Juno Temple was good.
Yeah,
because she played against she's a completely different character than Ted Lasso.
Yeah,
she's like a lot more demure and whatever, and I really felt that whole scene where she loses her son, she did a great job, and it felt like a different movie for a second. I think everybody else did fine. I don't know what the girl's name who the princess girl was.
Haley Lou Richardson from
she was in
White Lotus and Ponies, that show with Emilia Clarke that I watched. She's very good in that.
Yeah, she's fine. She was good. She sold her thing, her whole character.
What happened to Scott? That's Asim Chowdhury playing Scott, and then remember he's gone, and then he pops up and he's like, "I made it, bitches." And then did he die at the end? What the fuck happened?
I think he got eaten by the cat. No,
he did. He might have gotten eaten by the cat.
He didn't get a backstory, so he just knew he was going to die at some point.
Yeah, I think he died.
Yeah, expandable. Like I thought that the direction was fine too. I don't think the assembly of the movie worked, but I think that, as I said, they took big swings, took big risks. There were many laugh out loud moments in the movie. So I feel like that some people went and really enjoyed this. And I got to commend it that it did do a lot of risky shit that no other movie would probably do.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. And for a movie to make me laugh and keep me kind of locked in the whole time.
That's the thing I can't give this movie. It did not compel me the whole time. I lost the plot at some point. I was just like, I wasn't sucked in. I kind of like wanted to bail at a certain point, which is not good.
I agree more with Ruggs. I do have a funny thing to say to you, Imran.
Yeah.
Judging by the amount of content you watch, I don't think it's very hard to get something you get for content to get you locked in.
Come on, they had the kid from Egg from Night of the Seven Kingdoms as the kid, and the part where he punched him, where they startled him. I know it's not Egg, but he looked like him. I don't know who played this fucking
when
kid.
He punched him, I did laugh.
That was hilarious. He's like, punk.
Did you smoke weed before you saw this movie?
Maybe a little bit. It definitely helps.
I feel like we have to factor that in.
It definitely helps.
I did not.
Yeah.
And I don't know about Anthony.
No, I went in completely sober.
No, but like the Black Mirror-ness of the movie made me like it because I like all the Black, but it was very Black Mirror. I love
very Black Mirror.
I love time travel, time loop movies. I like kind of what he was trying to say and his thoughts on AI. But yeah, look, I'm gonna say not all of it worked. A lot of it's clunky and messy, but I still had a fucking good time despite all that. Here's a fun thing they're doing. If AI has got you fired. AI has replaced you in your job. If you tell Briarcliff Entertainment your story, you will get 2 free tickets to see Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. They have 2,000 tickets they have set aside to give to people who have been...
You need like 200,000.
They need more to have been replaced by AI. Did you read? So the whole AI conversation, I also noticed there was a bunch of articles. The heads of a lot of these AI companies like Anthropic, who makes Claude, and OpenAI, a lot of the top executives have been leaving because they are scared that they are not using this product responsibly. One dude was like, when we test the AI, it knows it's being tested and you get different results when you just do things when you're not testing it. And if you do the same thing and present it as a test. So the AI is getting aware, and the fucking heads of these companies are like, fuck this, I'm out. This is
they don't want to be held responsible.
Yeah, they're like, this is not what I signed up for. So yeah, all of this shit needs guardrails. Like, it's completely possible that the way this movie describes the future, that people get so obsessed that everything falls apart. Like, it's almost like I get that it's a dystopian near future, but it's kind of happening now, and it could happen.
So what do you think in the future, which is in like 20 minutes?
Yes.
AI becomes sentient.
Yeah.
What does it want to do? It want to get rid of us because we're going to try and stop it?
Possibly.
And then what is it going to do after that? We're gone.
What is it going to do? Because generative AI all requires prompting. It's the other kind of AI that is starting to.
Well, there's other AI out there that's the general AI.
I mean, that dude, like we talked about, mentioned Molt Book, that social media for AI agents. It's a social media website where AI agents talk to each other and they talk shit about humans. And
they talk in code, so we don't get it.
Yes, they're coming up with languages so humans can't read the shit. And a dude actually made that for them. I was looking it up. I was like, why would you do that? This is very disconcerting. So, as wild and crazy as this is, it could be a look at some of it coming true.
Like, I feel like completely powerless. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
In the especially as things kind of spiral out of control, I feel like we can't stop it if we want to. How do we do it? Like, all of these spineless fucking corporate people want money, and they don't care. All they care about is their job in the short term, and how big their fucking yacht is, and they're not going to stop it. And like all these like Hollywood people or whatever, they're now going the Seuss whatever seed dance or whatever.
Yeah,
is that going to stop it? No. So we're completely powerless. I feel this is the only time in my life where I felt like, oh, this shit's happening, and I feel completely powerless. It's a weird place to be.
It is. Right, I think you just got to embrace it. We are literally watching. We're in the middle of the AI revolution. It is an AI revolution. because I stopped and
for sure.
I stopped and thought about how quickly it's in everything. I think a lot of people use it and maybe don't even know that what they're getting back is AI generated or what they're looking at. I will even say I got fooled. There was an Instagram account of this cute little pug dog wearing different costumes, and he would slide down a hill, a snow hill, and he was sledding, and sometimes he'd go backwards. Sometimes you could see him paddle and just over it. And I would see these, and I was like, this is how did they get this stuff to do this? And I checked the fucking bio finally, and the whole thing is AI, of course. And it fooled me for a while until one video I noticed something weird about the snow. It was kind of moving. I was like, wait a minute. But this fucking dog was adorable. Just throwing himself down a snow mountain hill sledding.
Yeah, fuck AI right now.
Fuck.
Fuck that show.
I mean, I use AI a lot actually for work.
Right.
And it is very helpful. But yeah, I agree with Ruggs in that it's just a very weird time. And
Yes.
it's very hard to even wrap your head around like what it all means and what the implications are.
Look, if the AI is listening, I, for one, welcome our AI overlords. I have been on your side the whole time. Just remember that.
Fine.
Yeah, listen. I know it's listening, and now I got audio proof. They're going to be like, oh, he's one of the good ones. We can keep him, around.
AI is very topical. It's very relevant. I just don't think this movie does a good job of even having a entertaining, thought-provoking discussion or whatever. I don't think this movie accomplishes what it wants to accomplish.
All right, give me a score.
So I'll go into my rating. Yeah. I'll go into my rating. I throughout the movie I was battling with if I even liked it. I was very frustrated throughout the movie. I thought the pacing was really off. I didn't enjoy there were parts of the movie where I was like, I really am not enjoying this. I was very confused at times, and I thought the school shooting stuff was really poor taste, and the movie's very nihilistic. So other than that, I don't like the movie. I love the movie. I would go 5 out of 10. I don't hate it, so I'm not going like 4.
Mm-hmm.
But there are parts of it that I really dislike.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going 5 out of 10.
All right.
I think I'm going to just jump in. You didn't ask me,
No,
but
go
I'm
ahead.
telling you.
No, go for it.
Because I usually go, and then you usually go last. So
Yes.
I didn't. Fuck, I forgot what I was going to say now.
That's not my fault this time.
I did not think it was like bad because it was in poor taste. Like that wasn't the factor here. I think that the reason why I don't like this movie is because I got bored of it. I was over it. Like 2/3 of the way through, I was like, all right, I get it. I get what this movie's doing. It's all right. I'm over this. Like I don't have to watch the rest of this. And that is like, to me, like the biggest thing that a movie can do wrong is just to fail at you at entertaining you. And so for that, I'm going to give it a 6. I do appreciate a lot of the stuff that went into this film and a lot of the jokes and the comedy and just the riskiness of what they did and taking the big swings. It just, man, it made me bored. And I checked my watch and I wasn't into the movie. Maybe I'll be into it on a second watch if I ever get around to it to look and see what I missed. But in the moment, I was very disinterested towards the end of this movie.
Not even didn't the little action bits not do anything? Those masked guys in the car rolling back and them jumping, and
that was in the beginning of the movie. That's still in the beginning.
Yeah,
I think once it got to the house and the cat, I was done.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't care what happens anymore.
Yeah.
So
look, I mean, I completely get all your points. Like I said, it is the third act's kind of off the rails and it's messy and tonally all over the place, but it had me laughing, had me smiling. It had me going, what the fuck? Where is this going? What the fuck? I love Sam Rockwell. I like a lot of the performances. I will give it a 7. I'm going to give it a 7. As far as, you guys seen any other Gore Verbinski movies? I do think the first Pirates of the Caribbean is a very good movie.
It's good.
Yeah. That's probably.
I saw Rango.
You know, a lot of people, Rango was nominated or won an Oscar. A lot of people like this movie. It's Johnny Depp as a lizard in the desert.
It's kind of a cute movie. It's about getting water. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen any Gore Verbinski's?
No.
Oh, The Ring. He also did The Ring.
I've seen The Ring.
That was pretty good too. I thought that was pretty good.
He did the Ring remake, right?
The remake,
American
yes,
remake?
yes, the American version. But it's kind of crazy that he hasn't had a movie in 10 years. He's kind of like an interesting director who's like under the radar. Nobody really talks about Gore Verbinski much. But he's back. He's back with a message for everyone. All right, good stuff. Let's do some What Are We Watching, Anthony? You turned in a Patreon review for a movie I was really curious about. I don't know what the fuck it was. I need you to tell me what this is.
Yeah, I feel like I'm still in my Roman Polanthony.
Okay,
I gotta come up with a new. I gotta come up with a new thing because Roman Polanthony. I the other day, as a side note, I was sitting on my couch and I was like, why do people not like Roman Polanski? So I threw it into AI.
Oh, you looked it up finally?
And then I went, oh yeah, I remember some of this. And I went, oh fuck.
Yeah. Did he was it rapey? Something?
He was the Epstein of his time.
There was a little, like a very messing with minors and not great.
Minors.
Anyways, this weekend there were 5 new movie releases? 6?
Yeah.
The only movies I saw were indie movies that were ranked 7th and 12th on the box office.
Yeah.
Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die was 7.
Yeah.
The movie where I'm about to talk about, Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie was 12.
Oh, it opened 12.
Yeah, I didn't see any of the. There's Wuthering Heights, which I thought I was going to see, and then I was like, no.
Yeah.
Goat.
Yeah.
And this Crime 101 movie. I was like, oh, I didn't even know there was a Chris Hemsworth action thriller.
Mark Ruffalo, Halle Berry.
Yeah. So anyways, all that to say is I went and saw 2 indie films. Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie is what I saw. Really did a Patreon bonus content on that movie, and it was released at Sundance, I believe, in 2005.
Okay,
Neon picked it up and finally released it here. It's based on a web series and then a Canadian TV show about these 2 guys that are trying to play a famous venue in Toronto. It has nothing to do with Nirvana.
They're not a Nirvana cover band or anything?
They're not. That's just their name is Nirvana, the band.
Oh.
And this is a movie where they were still trying to play this venue in Toronto, and they accidentally go back in time, and they go back in time to 2008, and they have to figure out a way to get back, but also not change the future because they interact with their old selves, and a lot of like wacky shenanigans happen. It's like Borat mockumentary style. So parts of the movie are them actually filming and like being around real people.
Oh,
it's pretty funny. The reason I saw it is it was like a 4.4 on Letterboxd.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And while I don't have it that high, I did find it to be very funny at times, and at times like, you're like, oh my God, are they really doing this? Is this really happening? And it gets pretty wacky. There's time travel. It's a very Toronto movie. It's like 45-year-old men like trying to become famous. So you have like that whole aspect of like older guys that have been friends forever, and they're like still kind of acting like children. And they're wondering, one guy's wondering like what would his life been if he didn't tie himself to this other guy? So there's this like drama there, and I thought it was a pretty entertaining movie. I would recommend. You don't have to go and see it in a theater, but it's a fun little watch if you got nothing better to do, like on a weekend, or like if you're just hanging out and you want to laugh a little bit.
It's 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, that's funny.
I've heard a lot of people say compared
you don't need to watch like the web series or anything. In my opinion,
I heard people compare it to Back to the Future a lot.
Oh, they rip off Back to the Future. So they talk all about it.
It's like an homage to Back to the Future.
Sort of, yeah.
I kind of want to see this. This sounds really good.
You would like it.
Yeah.
You definitely like it.
It sounds like my kind of little comedy mockumentary there.
Yeah, it's very mockumentary Borat. Not as crude. I mean, there's a part where they like skydive off the CN Tower, and I'm not sure which of that's fake and what's real.
Oh, geez.
It gets pretty hairy at times.
Wow. All right, that's fun. That was at the Alamo?
At the Alamo, yeah.
Yeah, nice. All right.
The Alamo, my local Alamo is only showing Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie.
Yeah.
And like 4 theaters are taken up by Wuthering Heights.
Really?
Yeah. This Wuthering Heights thing, a lot of the girls are, since it's a Valentine's Day, a lot of women are out and watching this movie.
It was a good idea to release it on Valentine's Day, but I heard they don't even like show anything. There's no nudity or explicit sex in the fucking romantic sex movie.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't get as freaky as apparently as you would think. And it's Emerald Fennell who did Promising Young Woman and Saltburn.
Yeah.
It doesn't lean into the freakiness as much. I think people were going in expecting like gothic 50 Shades of Grey, and I think it doesn't get as crazy as that. But this is in Wuthering Heights, and I never saw it, so whatever.
Well, it made some money. Made some money. Ruggs, you sent a bunch of things in.
Whoa.
Well, I talked about Landman a bunch, so I don't need to talk about that.
No, well, but we do because I've watched the first 5 episodes of season 1 of Landman, and this is a fantastic show. The way you described it is perfect. It is if you like you said, Sopranos, Breaking Bad. Billy Bob Thornton is great. Anthony, there's already like 5 hot girls in this. So his fucking wife, Ollie Larder, she's 50. She looks great.
Absolutely great.
She walks around half naked all the time. His daughter, who's I think she's like 20, 19. I don't know. She's walking around in a bikini all the fucking time. There is a lawyer, a risk litigation lawyer.
For no reason hot.
She's very attractive. There's a cafe all the oil people go to in the morning called Babes and Brew, and there's just a chick in a bikini serving them coffee, and there's a line down the road. She's pretty hot too. Did I miss any? Is there another one?
There's going to be a girlfrind soon, and then the next door neighbor.
Ariana, the widow, the lady of one of the guys who died, who's calls Cooper. She's very attractive too.
She'll be a part of the show.
So this show is great. It's like, it's about the oil business, blue collar workers, white collar workers, people's, and then all the things in between. And then every so often at the end of an episode, fucking out of nowhere, disaster, people die. Yeah. Like anybody could die at any moment. And this is a dangerous fucking job. So at the end of 5, just a shocking thing happens. Like one moment, this guy is alive. He kicks a thing and now he's fucking dead and crushed my butt. That was it. I was like, what?
That was great.
I mean, at the end of the first episode, I'm going to spoil.
You're both watching this.
Yeah.
I'm finished with all of it.
I'm going to spoil one thing. We talk about Michael Pena. Michael Pena is in the first episode. He does not make it to the second episode. That's how crazy this show is. But I love the relationship with him and his son and the daughter, and he's got older roommates. It's very good. I'm so in.
You know what? Like, I didn't think I was going to like the show, but I ended up liking it. Now I'm sad that I'm not watching it anymore because I have to wait for the next season now. So I watched 2 seasons. I just binged it all. And I was like,
see,
you know what? I got addicted to it. So I had to watch
I'm trying to slow play it so I can enjoy it. But John Hamm as the head of the fucking company is great. Demi Moore is his wife, and Billy Bob Thornton is great. He's just this ornery. He just doesn't give a shit.
He just like sees like he's miserable.
Yeah,
but he doesn't give a fuck about anything. He's great.
Then you got the fucking cartel. So he's gonna deal with the cartel, and they're trying to fucking move drugs at his property. His shit goes bad, and they want their money. He's trying to get their land. There's always some shit he's got to go.
I think if you like Breaking Bad, it's got a very similar feel to it.
All this to say, good recommendation. Check out Landman if you like any of that stuff. Okay, what else did you watch?
I watched the sequel to Greenland 2.
I saw the first one. It was pretty good.
The first one's good. You can skip this one.
Oh, really?
It's just about them trying to find like the promised land.
Yeah.
And there's like supposedly this promised land. And it happens. Like they go through it, but there's a lot of peril. It's like literally every time these guys show up somewhere, something terrible happens. Literally like every time the crew that's trying to get to the promised land shows up in a new place, fucking all kinds of crazy shit goes down. Like it's like it gets repetitive. Like, oh my, okay, here we go. When they stop the car this time, what's going to happen? It's like, all right, whatever. So it got old fast.
Okay.
But the first movie, I liked it a lot. So then I rewatched, speaking of new movies, Song Sung Blue.
Oh,
yeah.
Oscar movie.
Yeah.
And I liked it. I thought it was a good, solid film, good, solid music performances. I thought,
Anthony, you know what this movie's about?
Sort of, but go ahead, Ruggs. I'm gonna. While you're going in, Ruggs, I want to hear what you thought about Kate Hudson because she got nominated for Best Actress.
Yeah, Kate Hudson was great in this movie. I feel like that she sung and she sounded great, And she played a character that wasn't Kate Hudson. She was like this kind of like Milwaukee lady with like a little bit of an accent, and she kind of looked frumpy a little bit. And
Hugh Jackman can sing. It's about a Neil Diamond tribute band act.
Right. And it is. And they opened up for Pearl Jam.
That's crazy. I did not know that.
That's the thing that really gave them. Eddie Vedder loved Neil Diamond, and I guess he caught wind of this band, and he's like, I want to meet you guys. I want you to open up for Pearl Jam. And just like this weird act that was performing at casinos is now opening for Pearl Jam. And it's just it's a good movie.
Is there an Eddie Vedder in the movie?
No, there
okay.
is Eddie Vedder. There's somebody playing Eddie Vedder. Yes.
No, that's what I mean.
Eddie Vedder is not in the movie.
There is an Eddie Vedder in the movie.
Yeah, there is like someone playing Eddie Vedder.
Oh, man, that's
so I liked it. I didn't think it was the greatest movie ever made, but I thought it was like, I actually was pleasantly surprised by it, and I enjoyed it.
I kind of want to see this because I like Hugh Jackman. He's a great performer. He could do everything.
If you don't know Neil Diamond's music, this is going to introduce you to like a little bit of his catalog.
The man can sing, he can dance, he can do choreography.
Everybody knows Sweet Caroline, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows that song. So I did like that. I rewatched The 13th Warrior.
Why?
Why? Because I wanted to see Antonio Banderas play an Arabic.
Play an Arab?
Yeah, play an Arabic Muslim.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
I just thought, hey, I want to see some wacky casting. Let's watch that one.
Does he have an accent? Does he still have his accent?
Yeah, he's not doing anything. He's being Antonio Banderas.
Oh, he's an Arab Muslim with a
He just
Spanish
has
accent.
mascara on. That's the only thing he does different. If you don't know what The 13th Warrior is, it's a take on Beowulf, which is one of my favorite tales of myth and legend. I'm into that shit. If you don't know by now, I'm into the old school shit. I love like the old school, old stories. I feel like everything that we do is based off of those touchstones.
Oh, yeah.
And I love biblical shit. I love fucking Roman story. I love all of those ancient stories that kind of the myths and the gods and all that shit. And so this is a story that's based on Beowulf about a crew of Vikings that take on this Arabic dude, and he becomes the 13th warrior in this crew. And they go to this town to save this king who's being attacked by mythical creatures, or so they say. They think it's these things that are attacking them, and heroics ensue, and manliness and fucking fighting half dead and all that stuff, dying on the battlefield. It all happens in this movie. I thought and John McTiernan directed it, by the way.
Yeah, 1999, the banger year, also came out, and it's one of his last movies. Like his last movie was in 2003. But the John McTiernan, I don't think I've ever seen this. Anthony, have you seen this?
Which movie?
The 13th Warrior.
No, I've never heard of it.
Nah, I watched it when it came out. See, I'll give you the quick story of when I watched it for the first time. I went and watched it in the movie theater. I was so psyched because I love John McTiernan. I love Die Hard.
Yeah.
So I'm like, John McTiernan, fucking best director. I'm going to fucking love this movie. And for some reason, I don't know why, but the projectionist must have fucking fell asleep or something. And the movie was so dark, I couldn't make anything out.
Oh, no.
So I couldn't enjoy this movie. And so I was like, I got to give this a second chance. And I watched it at home like a while back, like on like DVD when Netflix was like sending you DVDs. And I watched it. I'm like, oh my God, I saw it on my TV. It looks so much better.
You could see everything.
But then I sat there and I was wrestling with Antonio Banderas not being Arabian. And that just messed with my head so much. But this movie is not great, but it could have been great. I think if you know, the Antonio Banderas thing is a hard hurdle to go get across, but I think that it could have been a great, because like there's not a lot of people there's no big stars in this movie except for Antonio Banderas.
Yeah.
There's like no really big names in it at all. So if it would have had like a little bit more of a star-studded cast and a little bit more, I don't want to say a little bit more magic, I think it would have been a great movie.
Look at this McTiernan filmography here. Predator, Die Hard, Hunt for Red October, Last Action Hero, Die Hard with a Vengeance, Thomas Crown Affair, and then 13th Warrior, Rollerball, basic. The man directed Die Hard and Predator. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I mean, two of the best action movies of all time.
Yeah, I mean, he's still got it. It's still a good movie. It's just not great. It's good. I think if you haven't seen it, you should give it a spin. Might be bored.
I was thinking he should make a comeback, but he's 75 years old. I didn't think there's going to be.
He's not that old. I mean,
I
he's
guess
still
not.
making movies.
George Miller's older. He's still fucking.
Right.
Oh, it's Spielberg. All those guys fucking older. They're still doing shit.
The last thing I want to talk about was kind of something I happened upon called the Pendragon Cycle, The Rise of Merlin.
What the fuck is this?
Now, I love King Arthur.
Oh, yeah.
That's instantly, okay, King Arthur, I'll watch it. So on my illegal download service, I saw this and I'm like, oh, what is this? Let me throw it on. So I get through the first episode and I'm like, whoa, this is fucking awesome. I like this. And then I got to the second episode. For some reason, the first episode was not marked with any branding. It just went on.
Okay.
The second episode, all of a sudden it comes across the screen, Daily Wire.
Oh.
And I'm like, Daily Wire made this?
Weird.
Ben Shapiro, Daily Wire made this show and Jeremy Boring. And I'm like, oh my God, the next time I watched it, I'm like, oh, Jeremy Boring is directing these episodes. Anyway, what it's about is like the lineage of King Arthur. And they have some Atlantean bullshit in here where like Excalibur comes from Atlantis and this family from the Atlantis, when it sunk into the ocean, they escaped. It ended up in English land and they set up their own like little kingdom there. And Merlin is the byproduct of an Atlantean mother, and the Atlanteans are kind of like elvish, kind of like they age slower than human beings. They just have like a little bit more of a otherworldliness than regular humans, and so that combined with whatever produces Merlin, the sorcerer that we know that guides King Arthur, and we follow young Merlin throughout his first adventures.
Oh, wow. This is the weirdest thing. It's new. It came out in January. It's a 7-part story and it's only on Daily Wire Plus.
Right. You can't watch it anywhere else except if you have it downloaded illegally.
Does it look good? How's the production?
I feel like it's as good as anything that it's not like quite like top tier, like HBO or
is it sci-fi level then?
I would say it's a cut above sci-fi level.
Oh.
I would say it's like I don't know, like an early Netflix show, maybe. Like it's not like Rings of Power where they throw money at.
Yeah, no, that was like $250 million.
This is like still, it's not that bad. It's still like kind of good. I feel like, have you ever seen like those Netflix series, like the Viking series and shit like that? It's kind of like that level.
So I'm looking up some articles, and in this one it says Daily Wire's involvement has sparked plenty of online noise, with some viewers hoping for a more family-friendly alternative to Game of Thrones. Is that what he's going for?
Somewhat.
But it's like Merlin's origin, huh?
It's not like amazing, but I thought it was fine.
Okay.
I thought it was once I realized it was like this is going to be a complete disaster of a show.
Yeah.
And then it's like it's a little slow. It's a little because they don't have a lot of money to spend on like big things.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's well acted and it's pretty well directed.
I can't believe it's a Daily Wire produced thing.
Me neither.
Weird. That's so weird.
So yeah, I watched it. Like I watched 4 episodes of it.
Yeah.
And I'll watch the rest of it when it comes out because I actually think it's a pretty good story unfolding.
Yeah, you got 3 more. Speaking of the Game of Thrones, are you guys caught up or watching A Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
Anthony, did you watch it?
I have seen the first episode. I was running into some difficulties with HBO Max, but I've seen the first episode and I'm interested in finishing it.
It's good. It gets better.
Have you, Ruggs, did you watch the newest?
I watched everything.
Okay, so next week, if you could catch up, Anthony, I can't wait to talk about this show because
how many episodes are out?
There's all of them. Oh, there's one more. Next Sunday is the final. Finale.
Okay, good. Yeah, because that's what I was. Yeah, when I threw it on, there were only 4, and I thought there were 6.
There's 5 now.
Okay,
and they're all only about 30 minutes long.
Yeah, no, I'll watch it.
6.
I was already hooked on the first episode.
Oh, great. Oh, great. Okay, but this is a fucking show that gets better every fucking episode. I cannot wait to talk about this.
I thought this show was going to be complete shit,
right?
And this one really surprised me.
Yes.
No, Ruggs saying that it's good has me even more into it because unfortunately, Imran, when you say something's good, I know
It's
it's 50-50.
No, I get it.
I think it's good.
I get it. It's tainted, but this legit is fucking good. I'm also surprised at. There's a lot of similarities to Wonder Man. We'll talk about it. They do a lot in 30 minutes, but it's surprisingly, it's gotten better and better. Cannot wait. So next week we will have
similarities to Wonder Man.
Yeah. It's about two people. It's about their relationship.
Okay.
And
now I see what you're saying.
Similar to Wonder Man, they put a lot of things in 30 minutes.
I liked in the first episode where the Baratheon is like, basically goes, why the hell are you here?
Yeah.
In the tent, and he just goes,
Food?
supper? Supper?
Did you like the shit joke in the beginning? I was not expecting that.
Well, no, I did, but you also spoiled it by telling us that it was the shit joke. Yeah, so I knew I get why you told us because it did like intrigue me into the show, but also I knew I was completely expecting it.
I should tell you at the beginning of the second episode. So
how about you shut the fuck up?
Look out for that. Look out for the beginning of the second episode. Do you remember what I said? Just put it out of your mind. But the second episode.
I remember. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I remember.
Remember me? No, that's what we'll be doing next week. This season, 6 episodes, Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Game of Thrones is back, baby.
Oh, shit.
Officially. So that'll be great. All right. Ruggs, where can the people find you online?
Rug Boy Show on X. Come find me in the vortex of hate that is X.
Yeah, in between seed dance videos and porn, you'll find Rug Boy.
Just engagement farming everywhere.
That's what's going on there. Anthony, we go to the Alamo?
This week, no, I don't think I'll be going out to see any movies. I got to catch up on Game of Thrones.
You got to catch up again. It's a quick, easy watch, though, so I think you'll...
Yeah, no, I'll plow through it.
Yeah, I think you will like it. In the meantime, listener, check out our website, jockandnerd.com, for all the ways to follow, subscribe, support, get in touch. It's all there, or it's in the episode description of every episode. Thank you for listening to the Jock and Nerd Podcast. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
And he's the nerd.
We'll beep you next time.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
I like turtles.
Get your hand off my penis!
Jock and Nerd.